Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
Everyone tells you to be single and to find yourself, and coming from someone who was a relationship hopper for most of my life and has spent the last 2 years single, they're lying. They're lying. And now I don't remember how to be in a relationship. Now I was just spent too long by myself. I enjoy being by myself because I was forced to be, because I forced myself to. And now I don't think that anyone is up to my standards. I wish I could rewind and go back to accepting the bare minimum, because at least I would not be alone right now. Hate to be the one who dresses the elephant in the room. Having standards is all fun and games until you realize that, having standards means that you're probably going to be permanently single. Do I just start my cat hoarding?
That might actually be a good idea. And no, it's not having standards that's keeping you single. It's most likely the standards you have that's keeping you single. The types of standards you have, if you can even call them that. Let's say, for example, you want to date a millionaire. There's one for every million of you. There's nothing wrong with having standards. We all do, as long as they're down to earth.
So I have a few friends going through some breakups right now, right? And last night we were talking and they were like, whenever I was in a relationship, never got hit on, no one texted me, no one slid into my DMs. And the second that they were single, people swiping up on their stories, people liking their stories, people DMing them, people texting them. And I was thinking, you know how women have intuition about literally every, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, women have intuition about anything and everything. Men have intuition about one thing. A man's intuition is knowing when a girl is newly single. And a woman's intuition is about everything. I actually asked this guy one time because he, I'm not kidding, me and my boyfriend broke up and he slid into my DMs and I was like, I just gotta know. How did you know? He was like, I don't know. I just knew. And that's what women say about everything. We're like, I don't know. I just knew. A men's intuition is that one thing. And I think that's so funny.
Or he saw your TikTok crying about the breakup, or he saw on Instagram that you're newly single. It could be quite a lot. A lot of men, if not the majority, respect each other's relationships. They'll wait until the two of you break up and then they'll slide into your DMs or whatever. And these days it's not even a long wait. You don't get the princess treatment one day, you break up, you're newly single, there he is.
Did you see the video where this woman took her man out for dinner and the waitress completely disregarded the woman but focused on her man? They ordered the exact same thing. The waitress forgets to bring her food out, but she brings her man's food out 15 minutes before. And she never refills her drinks, but she refills her husband's drinks several times. I don't blame this girl for going off and not tipping the girl, because honestly, that is just pure disrespect. That is flaunting in her face, I'm after your man. Women like that are so sleazy. It's disgusting watching women like that.
No argument there, and that happens a lot of the time. Compared to what I've said earlier with men respecting each other's relationships, women are quite the opposite. They have no respect for each other's relationships.
Why does nobody talk about how lonely it is having self-respect? The second you start only accepting what you deserve, it's quiet here. It's quiet here, and the streets, they're cold. Maybe he wasn't that bad.
Are you looking for an excuse to go back to the streets, or you're trying to convince us that you're off the streets? Not really sure. No one's talking about having self-respect, loving yourself, putting yourself first, getting what you deserve. That's all you ever talk about. And once again, having self-respect, it's not what's keeping you single. In fact, the more self-respect women have, the higher the chances they're already in a relationship. It's not the other way around. You're probably already getting what you deserve.
You peel the orange for me. Try the pomegranate. Let him peel a pomegranate for you without any whites. This takes me 3 hours and 3 ruined shirts. It honestly makes me sad to see these videos. That's an orange. I don't understand, because when my friend or the person I love tells me, oh, I'm craving something or I'm wanting something, my brain automatically goes to, okay, what is my next step to get this thing to them? And you're telling me you don't operate that way? You're telling me that they want an orange and you're like, okay, go get it. Sometimes I think do you guys pose these losers you're dating just to get like the comment section to say to you like, please, please, like, babe, stand up, babe, like, come on. Never showing them like, please turn the camera around and let me have a word with him.
They would, but there's no one there. That's pretty much what's keeping them from turning the camera around. In most cases, they're not posting the loser they're dating to get the comment sections to go, oh, you poor baby. Most of the times, they're posting stuff they made up to get the comment sections to go, either you poor baby or yes, queen, you go queen. Oh, and it took you 3 hours to peel that fruit? That's time management skill right there.
Do you think after a divorce, it's fair to have a 50-50 split of assets?
No, that is ridiculous to me. Like, no.
Ooh. Oh, I saw some eyebrows. I'm looking
No,
forward to these
I
explanations.
think what you bring into the marriage is what you should leave with. I think a prenuptial agreement should just always be a mandatory thing that you do, because like, how are you going to explain, say a guy and his family have like had a family owned business and then he marries some girl and then they've got to halve that? I think that's ridiculous. I think you need to, unless that girl wants to like be a more submissive partner, but if most women aren't these.
What's being more submissive got to do with anything? Why does it matter if you're submissive or a boss babe or whatever? It's still his family-owned business and you should live with whatever you brought in. I'm guessing by more submissive you're talking about a stay-at-home wife. And if that's the case, you should live with something. But absolutely not with half of what he owned before he even met you. I just love how the other one disagreed. She had that look like, oh, this bitch is crazy. I'm gonna live with everything he ever had and I'm not even gonna feel sorry about that.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married? Like, is that still a thing?
No. A lot of men don't want to get married. And it's not because they don't like the thought of having a lifelong partner to be there for them when they need it. But a lot of men don't want to get married because they're avoiding potential divorce. In a lot of cases, divorce ruins a man's life. He has to completely start over. And in general, marriage doesn't benefit men a whole lot. So while a lot of men like the idea of having long-term relationships, it's just not worth it.
I can't really say I blame them for not getting married. A lot of men still do, especially where I live, but it's kind of different for us. It's not that bad. It's getting there, but at least for now, it's not that bad. In the West though, especially if you have a lot to lose, and especially with prenups not holding up in court, I would say have your long-term relationship if that's what you want, but think twice before you sign that contract.
It's kind of unfair to blame women these days for having a higher body count because we were kind of told that, oh, it's great, it's okay. Also, I find it to be kind of juvenile. I mean, if a guy asked me my body count, I would be like, how old are you? Like, it should not matter. It's not.
Well, if he wanted a serious relationship with you and wanted a marriage with you, I mean, it's statistically, the marriage success rate goes down the toilet, and 50% of marriages in the United States end in divorce, and 80% of those are initiated by women, which is directly correlated to if you have slept with more people and you have more bodies on your record, you're more likely to get a divorce. So I don't think it's unfair for a man to ask, hey, how many men have you been with in the past? Because that's going to impact him in his future too.
Two things about this to keep it short. First, lack of accountability. Second, shaming tactics. I've done it because I was told to. I've done it because I was told it's okay. I've done it because I was told men will just accept it. That was zero accountability. Men should just accept it because otherwise it's juvenile. Yeah, sorry princess, we've heard these shaming tactics 1,000 times and sorry to break it to you, it didn't work even once.
He always comes back is not a flex. Of course he's gonna come back to check if you're still stupid. Don't prove him right.
You are half right. He always come back, it's not a flex. It's a lie.
Will you play? 50-50?
No. I know, right? The audacity. How dare he not even go 50-50 with a complete stranger? Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.